All right, welcome in. I think day 2. We are rocking and rolling. We're getting going. Ew, that wasn't even on purpose. We are doing our first reading vlog. I wanted to go ahead and do this kind of early. I feel like I didn't have one for like 2 weeks last year. Now being able to breathe out of my nose is like making it really hard to breathe, just period. So we are starting with the Gingerbread Bakery. I have 2 other books that I want to read in this video. Hannah Grace's Holiday Ever After and Merry Christmas You Filthy Animal, Luna's at the Door. Obviously, this is just a part of, I don't know if you can see it, the Dream Harbor series that I've read all of, and I just feel like I need to read them, you know? I don't want to be left out with one of them, and they're very hit or miss. Like, the first couple I liked, the strawberry one I hated, so I never know with these. That's gonna be book number 1. And then, obviously, Hannah Grace, I loved Icebreaker, so I really wanted to read her holiday book, and this is the same book as How Your Neighbor Stole Christmas. This is book 2 with the best friend Max, so very excited for this one as well. This was like How Your Neighbor Stole Christmas. What is it? I did that every single time last year. How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. That was like one of my top reads of the year. Like, not even kidding. I loved it so much. So high hopes going into this one. Don't really know what to expect going into this one. I'm not obsessed with the cover, I'm not gonna lie. The background itself is cute, but I don't know, there's something lacking from the cover. We are starting with Gingerbread Bakery though, so I'm gonna go ahead and begin this. I'm going into it completely blind. I have no idea what this book is about, other than the obvious in a small town romance way. So I'm gonna put these back until it's time. That doesn't go there. Okay. Oh, and I can light my new candle. Oh my god, this is the first time I get to light it. Oh my god, it smells so good. Holy shit. This is from Trader Joe's. I've never bought a Trader Joe's candle before, but it smells like a Christmas tree. I'm so excited. The first candle of Christmas. Oh, I'm so pumped. This just brightened my entire mood. I feel like absolute dog shit, but this just brightened my entire mood. I think I'm just gonna have to get used to feeling like dog shit during vlogmas. Just comes with the territory. I am unfortunate not putting a Christmas movie on. I'm gonna put the first Harry Potter on. All right, we're gonna get started and I'll come back when I have a semblance of a plot going on. Oh my god. I love a good playlist. Hold on. Harry Potter is big loud. I love a good playlist and Iris is on here. How many days in a row has this been where the boys of Tommen have entered into a space that they were not invited? Gracie Abrams, Phoebe Bridgers, Taylor Swift. There's so many good songs on here. 18, One Direction. Not Mystical Magical. No, please. There's something about when the main guy calls the girl by her full name when she doesn't go by it. I love it. He calls her Annabelle and she's like, it's Annie. I just love that. Also, we're getting then and now chapters. Those are my favorite. I love a past timeline. Ugh. I hate, and by hate I mean love, like a present timeline where they can reminisce. Oh, it gets me every time. Okay, so I know the plot, if you're interested. It's the wedding of the couple in the very first book, and they're both obviously very close to the bride and groom, so they're both in the wedding. So they're just like around each other a lot, and she's trying to avoid him, but she literally can't. So her first inclination is to just fight with him, which I get because I'm also a fighter. So like, I fully understand. Just like anytime he speaks to her, she like has something to say back to start a fight. And so he's trying to like, I don't know if like win her over is the right word, but just trying to like talk to her. And he was just like, you remember that night? Oh, of course I remember that night. Those get me. Those really get me. This one scene, they were the rehearsal dinner and they were the last ones there because he was trying to talk to her and she was like helping out. There was music playing and they ended up dancing and talking about a night a long time ago. I think it was like 10 years ago or something. She like remembers what's happening and is like, we need to leave. It like immediately shuts it down. But like just the fact that like to the entire town, because apparently no one knows like about it, like even her friends don't know what happened, and the entire town just like thinks they hate each other, and then they're there slow dancing and reminiscing. I already like this a lot more than I was expecting to because I like this type of plot. I like this timeline. It's also like kind of deadline romance because he's leaving. In the past timeline, he's leaving to go travel around the country or the world. I don't know. Because he needs to like get out of Dream Harbor, which like is relatable. I can understand him wanting to do that. Like, it's a really small town and he wants to like go out and find who he is. Can't fault him for that. I just love a first hangout. Oh my god, it's so cute. I'm high-key enjoying this. Like, no part of me is not enjoying this book. Oh, I have to stop here because I need to get ready for work. But I am really liking her pacing with the past and present chapters. Like, we're getting the past and the buildup of the little cute first time hangouts, first kiss, like all that kind of stuff. And then the present, we're seeing the like the tension, the animosity, like the anger. And I'm just like, I cannot wait to see why she's so angry. I just think she's doing a really good job. Sometimes I favor like the past or the present because I don't like the pacing of one of them. But I think she's doing a really good job of like the timeline progression, if that makes sense. So I'm happy with it. I'm having a really good time, honestly. We will have to check back in a little bit later. I'm gonna go to work. I will see you later. I have like really bad lighting right now, but I just had to talk about this book. I have to get an update. I'm on page 237. Why am I really liking it? Like more than any of the other books in this series. I'm genuinely liking it a lot. I'm at the Frenchies. They're growling at each other. I don't know what it is about a second chance romance that makes me want to cry every time they talk. This book feels so much deeper than the others, knowing that there's a history and knowing that, sorry, I'm like completely trying to talk sideways on this couch so that the lighting is like decent, and it's not. Knowing that there's history from 19. So 19 is old enough. It's not like they dated when they were like 15, you know, which that would hurt almost just as much. Like a first love at 15 would hurt so much. But knowing that they were I'm already starting to get sick. It is, what, day 2 or 3 of vlogmas, and I'm already getting sick. This is not fucking good. I'm not messing around here. Knowing that they were old enough to like feel genuine feelings, like almost borderline adult feelings towards the other. And I still don't know how he left. So I don't know what he did. I know he left, but like I don't know the way he left, because apparently that was like the bad part. Knowing that he hurt her and like she has just spent the last 10 years, that is so believable to me. I would absolutely be the same way. The only thing that like kind of icked me out a little bit was like how outwardly angry she was towards him, especially in the beginning of the book. That would have embarrassed me. If you think about their love story, they were together, what, for like a month or something? And then he up and leaves. Breaks her heart. Thinking about, like, from her perspective, he just left. He's like, I'm dumping you and I'm leaving. And like, I don't want to be together, basically. It's like, kind of from her like spiral mind. Obviously, I don't actually know what she was thinking. I'm not there yet. But that's what I would guess is going through her mind. And so knowing that she's like, obviously harboring all this anger, which she's allowed to, I would be too. But like, I also wouldn't be outwardly portraying my anger and how madly I was hurt, because that would like embarrass me that 10 years later and I'm still this hurt by it. I would act so unbothered. I would hope I would act unbothered, especially at like 29, I think they are. I would act unbothered for sure, even if I'm not unbothered. So that was the only part where I was like, ew, girl, don't act mad. Like, she's outwardly hating him and no one knows why, but like he obviously knows why. So like that embarrassed me. But other than that, other than her showing it, I am fully on her side. Like I would be freaking angry too, and like I would still be holding on to that, especially if she like genuinely fell for him and was like in love with him. These stories just really get me. I just love a second chance romance. Anytime they're talking in the now, I currently am liking the then story better, because like I like the buildup and like the 19-year-old relationship and it just being cute and like the first time. But the now one, I'm liking a lot. Like this far into it, like I've read 230 pages. I'm liking that he is genuinely trying to get her back and she's just like scared. And so that part hurts, because I'm like, oh, of course she wants him. She wants him so badly. She's just scared that he's gonna leave again or something. And like, she doesn't want to forgive him because that would just be like, oh. Like I get where she's coming from, not wanting to forgive him and just move on. Like that would be hard to move on from. So I'm really liking it. Like way more than I was expecting to. And probably the most out of all of them. I will say it's not like super Christmassy. Like it's during Christmas. They're talking about Christmas. They're going to like a Christmas market and stuff. But I'm not getting like super Christmassy vibes. It's not like taking away from it or anything. The kitten part, literally stop. I'm still thinking about the kitten part. There's 358 pages, so I have like 120-ish left. I don't plan on reading all of that tonight. Oh my God, there's another one coming. The Daisy Chain Flower Shop, which there is a Daisy. Yeah, Daisy's fed up. Holy shit. There's the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, the Christmas Tree Farm, the Strawberry Patch Pancake House, the Gingerbread Bakery, and then the Daisy Chain Flower Shop. What is that, 6? 6 in this little dream harbor. Holy shit. How is she doing all that? I mean, whatever, but I just had to update. Like, I read this whole last chapter, like, literally with that face the entire time. Actually, I did get mad at this one part right after the kitten part, which I loved the kitten part. I thought it was really cute. Like, my heart melted for him. The second he wanted to take the kittens home, I was like, like, that did it for me. He won some major brownie points for me with the kittens. But when they're at his house, his parent, like, we're in the now and the thing is happening after the kittens. It was set up to be like a really emotional scene. Like, I thought she was gonna forgive him and they were like gonna talk it out and all this stuff. And then she goes like, oh, I can get what I came here for and move on. I was like, oh, no. She said like it could be just sex and then we can move on after. And I was like, no, like that's not what I wanted at all. I didn't want them to treat it like just sex. Cause like he's literally actively trying to get her back. And so, I don't know, I was just like excited for it to be like super emotional. And it wasn't super emotional because she's like, that's all that was and we're gonna move on. And he's like, yeah, okay. So I don't know. It just like wasn't the scene I wanted it to be. But I'm sure we'll get an emotional one later. But that's just not what I wanted. Why am I literally gonna cry? I am fully close to tears right now, which like isn't a hard feat to do for me, obviously, but I'm close to tears. The past chapter of them talking about like him going, he was asking like, what do they do in the meantime? She was like, go for a year and travel and then come back to me. I'm guessing he didn't come back is what I think she's gonna be mad about. It's what I'm guessing. And she had mentioned earlier in the book that she had kept all the postcards from him. And right now in the past chapter, they're talking about him sending her postcards. That literally almost made me cry. I'm not kidding. I cannot explain to you what these second chance romances do to me. Knowing the history, it tugs on my heartstrings differently than like any other book. My favorite type of book, like favorite type of romance is a deadline romance, but a second chance is a close second. She's doing this one right because she's talking about things in the present chapters, like with like hints to the past, and then we're going over them in the past chapters and getting that full story, and it's making me really emotional. So this is, I can already tell it's going to be like minimum of 4. If she does the ending badly, it will be like a 4, no doubt, but I'm assuming the ending isn't gonna be bad, so it's like gonna be 4.25. I don't have that much left. Watch me finish tonight. That will be an accident if I do, but now Frank wants to go outside, so they got me. The first tear has fallen. All right, I'm about to go read the rest of the book outside because it feels phenomenal outside. And I wanted to try the cranberry wine that I bought from Trader Joe's. It literally just says cranberry sweet wine. And it was in their like Christmas aisle. So we're gonna try that. I'm using these because they're plastic. And I don't feel like making a mess outside if I break their glass. I mean, it smells good. We're just gonna try a little bit. And it's my last night here, so as soon as we get home tomorrow, we are hitting the ground running with Vlogmas. So this is my last like night to chill. I mean, obviously we're deep in Vlogmas at this point because this is a Vlogmas video, but it's been like on the chiller side of Vlogmas, just like getting ready. And then as soon as I get home, every single second of my day is gonna be dedicated to Vlogmas. Cheers to that. Oh my God, is this alcoholic? I mean, I was carded 9% alcohol. This tastes like straight cranberry juice. Not in a dramatic way, like I genuinely thought, like it feels like they bottled it wrong. Oh, that's a great thing. It's either a great thing or a terrible thing because like imagining throwing this up, that would be awful. That would taste so bad. We got a hefty glass. That was half of this glass. But we're gonna go outside and read the rest of the Gingerbread Bakery. I'm so excited. There's so little left. Like, not all of these are even the book. This is all I have left. 326 to 358. Honestly, stories with weddings in them, like that revolve around weddings, I just love. Where like you go through the entire wedding and like we have the entire yard and they choose to fight right here. Where we go through like the entire wedding. The ceremony, the vows, the after party, the toast, like everything. I just love. I love weddings so much. I don't want one, but I love weddings. I love to be a part of weddings and like watching them from the outside, but not planning and not being in them. I'm literally blushing. I don't rarely blush. I'm literally blushing right now. Okay, I'm on the epilogue and I just have one complaint, like while the dogs are doing what they're doing in the back. The whole time, like the past like 50 pages, she kept like putting off talking to him and he was like, we're gonna talk about this. Like we're gonna have a discussion and you're gonna let me say my feelings. The compromise that she made, she was like, okay, after the wedding, like we're not gonna make the wedding about us. I don't know if it's as loud for y'all as it is for me, but it's so loud. She was like, okay, as soon as the wedding is over, we can talk. We have the wedding and they do things other than talk. And so I was like still waiting for that discussion because I was expecting him to have like this really long monologue about her and just how he feels and how sorry he is. And then it just kind of switched and she was like, oh, well, like I guess we don't need to have any more because obviously I know how I feel now. So I don't know. I just feel like we missed out on a conversation. I wanted to have the conversation because we got like bits and pieces of it with him just like talking to her, but she would always shut him down. I wanted the whole conversation. So I will say that probably like I was on the fence between a 4 and like a 4.25 and it's probably gonna just stay at a 4 just because of that. But I'm on the epilogue, so I'm gonna finish really quickly and then we'll give overall. Okay, we've officially finished our first Christmas book and I will say loved. Obviously you know that I loved it. I still stand by, it wasn't super Christmassy. I'm comparing it to, I'm not gonna compare it to the other books in her series, but comparing it to like How My Neighbor Stole Christmas, that one was super Christmassy and just felt really Christmassy. I won't say this one felt super Christmassy. It just like took place during Christmas. Like the wedding was the main part of the book, not like Christmas. Obviously I loved the wedding, but I will say like the beginning, the problem of the story was like losing Logan's aunt or whatever. Like that part I thought was stupid. Luckily it wasn't like, it honestly felt like a very side backstory that they were just like going on, a little journey they were going on, and it didn't like overwhelm the story. If it had been like a main plot point, I would have been really annoyed because I just didn't care. But like overall, I think it was one of the best in the series, if not the best. Like I'm trying to compare it honestly to the other Christmas one because she has Christmas Tree Farm and that one felt more Christmassy. There just felt like more Christmas activities happening, but I liked the story better, I think. And I liked like everyone was in it, so I liked seeing the other couples in it. And it just felt like more true love type of vibes because the other one, like they already knew each other and they already had history, and the other ones they had just met at the beginning of that book. So it's better, like I like books with history already and we just like are revisiting the history. I think I'm gonna stick with a 4, a fun 4, like a really good high 4, close to a 4.25. It was just that one little bit at the end I kind of wanted a little bit more from. But now we get to move on to our next one. I started Merry Christmas You Filthy Animal. Let me pull it up. Oh, it's not You Filthy Animal. I thought it was Merry Christmas You Filthy Animal. It's Merry Christmas You Filthy Animal. I got to chapter 3, page 29. This is the second to How Your Neighbor Stole Christmas. You're not gonna be able to see it. And I loved How Your Neighbor Stole Christmas. I gave that like a 4.75. The main character of this book was the side best friend in that book that I really, really liked. I'm excited to read this. Already like based off chapter 1, like I know he was giving like silly in the first book and like charming and just like doesn't take life too seriously, but he's giving like very childish, like borderline not fully developed in the brain. I'm like, why are you talking like that? I'm gonna like really hope that it was just beginning of book jitters and like he's gonna start acting like an adult. Like he doesn't give grown man vibes. We open up like he lives, I think his family like owns a farm. He's outside and overhears people talking about like the acreage that's in their backyard is for sale, I guess, and talking about people buying it, and he's worried they're gonna turn it into a farm that's gonna like overtake their farm and like run them out of business because he's about to take over the family business. So he's like all worried about it. I don't know what the timeline is, but he wakes up, it's near Christmas obviously, and his family's just gone. He's like, what the hell? And he looks around and they had left him a note saying like we had gone on vacation and it was a surprise for your mom and we didn't tell you because we knew you would ruin it. He was like, Then our other POV of the girl who is a part of the family buying the acreage, or like it had been in her family and she's getting it. So she's gonna be like his next door neighbor, I guess. I just don't know what the love story aspect, I don't know anything about it. I'm going in completely blind, so I'm really hoping it lives up to the first one because I loved the first one. But we're gonna read that tonight. I'll check back in with an update. I've got some work to do. I've been reading like literally a chapter before I go to bed, and that's it for like 3 or 4 days now. And I need to like actually sit down and read. I'm like so in the thick of filming so many things for vlogmas right now that I need to just like calm down, sit and read my book, okay? I will say definitely not loving the same as I did for the first one. First of all, Cole is giving biggest dick in the world. Like I get he's supposed to be grumpy and he's supposed to be like that meaner character, but he's just coming off as like a huge fucking dick. And I'm like, that's not my Cole. Like, it's like too far. He's just like a huge prick. Our girl, I don't know. It's like hard for me to say what I would do like in a realistic situation because obviously this is a Christmas book. So like this isn't like some thriller book I'm reading. She just seems to be very, I don't want to say dramatic, but like very dramatic. I don't know. It's just hard for me to like want to root for them because right now they're both really pissing me off. Aw. Cute. So I'm struggling to like, that's why I haven't been reading because like I don't want to pick it up really. It's just like hasn't been that good. Let me see where I am. I'm on page 96 and it has not gotten me so far. Like she's opening up this Christmas tree farm directly next to his Christmas tree farm. So there's gonna be like that rivalry, you know? And he's just been like trying to get to the bottom of like what's going on, but it's coming off as like creepy and like a pervert. And she keeps calling him a pervert and like keeps like throwing things at him and hurting him. And it's just, I don't know. It's just like not really vibing with me so far. And it's like a big book to not be vibing with. How My Neighbor Stole Christmas was big, but I really liked it. So like I didn't really complain about the size. So I'm just hoping it picks up soon. And that Cole like starts acting normal. Like we talked to Story from the first book. Story and Cole are married. Also, we jumped ahead really far, I feel like. Like they have like kids and I'm like, when did I forget that happened at the end of the book or something? Obviously I didn't want like the same plot line of like the Christmas competition. I didn't want the same exact thing, but I did kind of expect it to be like a little bit in it. But we saw Story and Cole was being his classic dick, like more than usual. And Story was like, that's just Cole. I'm like, he wasn't that big of a dick, even in his own book. So I don't know, but we're gonna sit down and read for a little bit. Oh, today's fully dedicated to baking, charcuterie, and filming. So we already did baking and charcuterie. So we are good to go. I get to read for the rest of the day. It's 1 p.m., which means we get to pick a Christmas book. I mean, we had to pick a Christmas movie, and I think I'm gonna move to the chair because I just like reading over there a lot. And I got my Christmas candle going. Smells amazing. I might do the Santa Claus movies. A very Jonas movie. Christmas movie. Like I just have zero interest in the Jonas Brothers. I really do. I don't know what I have against them. I just cannot stand them. Oh, but Avatar sounds fun. God, Avatar comes out so soon. I'm so excited. No, Christmas. Let's do Santa Claus. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to Netflix. Oh, the Princess Switch. Let's do it. All right, I'll be back. Just got to like the main part, the main like plot point of the story to like get her to stop trying to take, you know, like the business from him. His idea is to make her fall in love with him and then dump her and make her so distraught. So like naturally I'm not excited. In the midst of all this, it's gonna turn real and then he's gonna be like, oh no, I actually love her. Someone like Cole or someone is gonna bring up the plan and she's gonna get her and then want to break up and be like, oh, it was all fake and blah blah blah. He'll have to convince her it was real, and I'm just like not into that plot at all. I hate that, but we'll see. This is taking it out of me. I don't understand how I can love the first one so much and hate this one. Oh my god, and I'm 150 pages in, and my hair is just like, I just took it out of a ponytail. That's been in for like days. Just deal with it. They're in the midst of his plan of like wooing her. He's so painfully awkward. Like that's his thing, is like he rambles. She also is so painfully awkward and rambles when she's nervous. So it's just them rambling every time they're around each other, and like the most over the top way. They just got stuck sitting next to each other for like an hour. They ended up talking about penises because he showed like a picture of them like in a Christmas outfit and she could see his junk, and ended up saying something about shrinkage even though she didn't mean penis shrinkage. He just like kept mumbling on about down there, and he said that he had a free ball it the next day, and she said, oh nice, I like free balling it, and then is like, oh not that I have balls because I have a vagina, and he was like, oh I have a penis, and then they just like kept rambling on about penises and vaginas, and he was like, so to sum it up, I have a penis, you have a vagina, and we're both things. Like I'm just like, I don't know, those like don't really do it for me. It's just giving a lot. It's giving a lot of rambling for no reason. Ugh. It's 3:30. I know I need to shower and wash my hair at some point, obviously, because my hair is fucking disgusting. I also have a Celsius downstairs that I want to open, and I started the second Christmas switch. Is that what it's, the princess switch? I didn't know there was a second one. Never watched it. Chapter 13, 150 of like 450. I have like 300 pages left. That should be the entire book. Honestly, if it annoys me enough, like if the next chapter, I mean, it's a quick read. Like I'm going through it fairly quickly, but if it's like really annoying me, I may switch over to the Hannah Grace book because I feel like that'll be like a very normal romance. I just like expected this to make me laugh really hard, and parts have made me laugh. Like parts with story honestly has made me laugh the most. She's a side character in this one, so like she's not even in it that much. And it's like the personality of Betty and Max in this just like aren't that funny to me, so I'm like a little upset. I'm gonna read a couple more chapters and then we'll see if we need to switch. It's getting borderline painful. My god, I was like, wow, I really hope that there's a mistletoe kiss tonight, because they were just talking about how there's mistletoe everywhere. Immediately, it was like step number 1. That was smooth. I actually didn't hate that at all. Okay, the part that I don't like about this book specifically, I feel like all I've done is complain about this book. It's growing on me like slightly, still not 100%, but the main girl, she moved to town to help out her Uncle Dwight, who is like 4 years older than her. It's like a joke that they're more like siblings than uncle and niece. And she calls him Uncle Dwight, and she called him Dwight one time and he was like, don't do that. Like, it's just weird, and he's giving weird vibes, and I can't stop picturing like a creepy old uncle even though he's like 30 something. It's like there are scenes I really do like, but then like the overall I don't love, so I don't know. I'm on page 227. I'm literally only halfway through. For someone whose personality comes off as like puppy dog, that scene was quite steamy. And like I just was not expecting that personality. The very first, there's literally a picture, hold on. The very first scene, I'm not kidding, my facial expressions were genuine. Those were so genuine. My eyebrows could not have raised more to the ceiling if I tried. It's not even that it was like crazy. It was just crazy coming from him. Like I just was not expecting that, and it was really hot. It switches to his POV right after they're done. It says desperately, I want to text Cole like a giddy schoolgirl. Me, that's literally me right now. I'm a giddy schoolgirl reading that. That was crazy. All right, Max. I didn't know he had it like that, but that makes me excited for the rest. That was good. I like wish I could skip to the next one. I wish I knew where the next one was and like how long I had to wait. I still am like so in shock. Oh my god. Maybe sooner than I thought. Turns out it's 1 page. He's got a mouth that I like. Oh my god, the way it just like, he just like catches me off guard is what's getting me. It's so funny. Ooh-wee, that was a whirlwind. Okay, I have 25 pages left. I didn't think I'd be finishing the book tonight, but here we are. It's 12:19. I'm at the part, like, there's gonna be a big grand gesture happening, so it better knock my fucking socks off, is all I have to say. If you are not a fan of smut, you will fucking hate this book. Not only is there smut, but it was like, I would say 50% plot, slow burn, great, everything's fine, and then we get together. I'm not kidding, my life just flashed before my eyes because I felt like a fucking hand. I literally thought someone was grabbing me. That was crazy. God, that really scared the shit out of me. Anyways, what was I saying? My life flashed and I forgot what I was saying. And now he's gonna lay fully on my pillow as if that's not where I'm gonna lay my head to go to sleep. Build up, build up, build up, slow burn. We get together. Smut, 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 smut. Like 8 chapters in a row. I'm someone who doesn't mind it, especially in like a silly holiday book like this. I'm not expecting a whole lot from the book itself, so I don't really mind it. Also, like, it was fairly good smut, so like at least I wasn't wasting my time. If there's so many people I know that would hate this book because it was unnecessary. It definitely added like an extra 50 pages to the book for no reason. But anyways, the whole, like, obviously what I said in the beginning where she was gonna find out his original plan was to break her heart, like obviously that happened and she got upset, and it just so happened to be when her uncle like came back that day and was literally like, hello? Go anywhere else. He was just like there when it happened and made the scene and like the whole thing so much more dramatic and just like awful. Please. Literally, can I catch a break? So part of me, I would say I really like about 50% of this book. And then the other 50%, I'm like, blech, I don't care. But I'm gonna finish the last 25 pages and come back with a final verdict. That grand gesture sucked. I like kind of remember the grand gesture from the first book, and I think I cried, which again isn't hard to do, so like take that with a grain of salt. But like this one, it wasn't really that grand. He just like tricked her into coming to this one spot and had the entire town there when he apologized again. That's not a grand gesture. At least not the kind that I want. I wanted like a really big one. Whatever, I'm on that blog. Finding out who the narrator was is funny. I like literally just thought it was supposed to be the author, but it's giving a Bridgerton Lady Whistledown vibes, and that's so funny. It like doesn't really make sense, but it's a funny like add-in at the end. Okay, finished. And I unfortunately really liked the first one like way more. I was really hoping for the similar vibes. And like honestly, it made me want to reread the first one because I liked it so much more. Like this is probably, I would say like a 3.75. Like I'm probably never gonna think about that book again. But I think about the Grinch one all the time still. Ugh. What a letdown, truly. Like, I was so excited to love that book, especially because I loved Max so much in the first one. But whatever, now it's time. Time to read, I mean not tonight, but time to read Holiday Ever After. I'm nervous because I haven't like heard anyone say anything about it, which doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. I'm either gonna hear that it sucks or that it's amazing and it's like the winter read of the year. And I've heard nothing, so I'm like, that's almost borderline worse, because if it was terrible, at least I'd be hearing people say it was terrible. Last year, all I heard about was how good how My Neighbor Stole Christmas. I can never get that title right. Having heard absolutely nothing, I'm like, well, is it just like blah? Is it just gonna be a 3-star read? I don't know, but I don't love her outfit or his, honestly. Book number 2 done. 3.75 stars. Unforge. I probably won't read much tomorrow just because obviously it's Wicked Day, so I'll be in the theaters all day, and then I have Friendsgiving, so I'll probably like maybe read a chapter at night. I'll probably see you in the next few days. as soon as I can read some. Okay, I'm giving a really quick update because all I've read is one single chapter, so there's not a whole lot to talk about, but I read the first chapter last night before going to sleep. Immediately, I was like, oh, because the whole like problem, I guess she works, like I genuinely don't even know what the plot is. I don't know anything about it yet. And it's going off chapter 1. She is working, I guess, for like her family's company, and it's, I think, like a toy company, maybe, and they steal an idea from like a small company and use it and sell it a lot cheaper. So that small company releases like a video statement saying like they stole from us and don't support them because they just use like really cheap material and like they're just scamming you basically, and they completely stole that idea from us. Immediately they talk about AI and how they like got busted for using an AI video, and so immediately I was just like, oh my god, like why are we talking about today's issues in this little holiday book? Like I just don't, I see enough about AI shoved down my throat all day every day. I don't need it in my book. And then they literally used the term For You page. I was like, no. Literally no. Her American accent is diluted with something European, better suited to an old Hollywood movie than my For You page. Chapter 1, and I'm pissed twice. I like am so not excited now. Like if that shit better not go through the entire book. I'm not kidding. And she doesn't do that in her other books. So I'm like, why all of a sudden are we doing that? I have to leave for Wicked in like 15 minutes. So I'm not gonna be doing much reading today, like I said. So I just wanted to pop in and say that my first initial reaction is ugh, unfortunately. So I will see you later. It's been probably over a week. Oh my gosh, got chills. That was weird. Probably over a week since I have come on here and talked to you since I like started this. Let me just see what page I'm on, because it's been so long. You would think, oh, you probably finished the book by now. Page 26. That is how far I can get in this book. I don't know why this seems so uninteresting to me. 26 pages and I'm so uninterested. And like, I'm gonna keep going. I need to get over the uninterested hump. But I just wanted to give that update. I'm probably gonna like sit here and try to read a little on my phone, but it's been so hard to want to pick that book up. Like, I just don't want to. And that's all I have because I haven't read it. So it's been probably like 10 days. Let me actually look when I finished the last book. I finished Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal 8 days ago. 8 days. And I've read 26 pages over the course of 8 days. I mean, I've been busy, but that's really borderline stupid. It really is. So I'll come back and like, hopefully I'll get into it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just not interested. But we'll see. Fingers crossed I can get into her. I have got to, like, tonight is the night I have to sit down and either finish this book or DNF it. Like, I have to decide what it is because it has been so long. I finally read like 50 pages last night, more than that. Finally, I'm on page 80. Now I have heard this is her most disappointing read. So I'm not gonna force myself to finish it if I'm like really hating it halfway. We're sitting down and we're reading. So far, it's just not the vibe of like Christmas that I want. It's this stuck up girl who's a part of a really rich family who I guess she's not like super stuck up, but her family is stuck up and rich and stole this little doll idea from this small town. So she is going to the small town and like very first night runs into Jack and just like has a great night. They flirt all night and then she has to leave the next morning or something. The person, like the store owner that she came to have a meeting with is him. And so he sees her and is like, oh, get out of my town because I didn't realize that you were the one that's from this company that like ruined our lives. Like they're being super dramatic about it. So she like tries to apologize and is like, I'm here to help. Like I'm not here to like, you know, ruin your lives even more. So she ends up going back and her dad is like, her dad's the CEO or whatever. And is like, you know, you're up for a promotion soon. So like if you can fix this problem, you can have the promotion. Shocker. So she goes back to the small town and is like, I'm really trying to help out. Has this like huge plan. Staying at the B&B there. And that's just like where I'm at. She's just like trying to get the town to like her, and just no part of it has been like something I want to read. I don't care about her and her personality, and just I don't care about the comes from a rich family stuck up vibes. It's not giving small town vibes the way I want it to give small town vibes. And like the old woman who's like in charge of the dolls, like she just gives me like a nasty vibes, and I just don't like her, and I'm not rooting for her. And she's like the town matriarch that like everyone loves, but she's kind of a bitch, but she's like the town grandma. I don't know, just like none of them are really really, really vibing with me. It's not like a feel-good book right now to me. Like, I'm not like, oh, I love them. I'm actually like borderline not wanting to read. It's really hard to explain. It just like gives me a weird feeling. I don't love it. So we're gonna read until like halfway and then we'll reassess how I'm feeling and if I want to keep going or not. I literally almost forgot. I almost forgot a Celsius crack. We're gonna try and stay up as late as possible. It's only like 5. I mean, 6. I think it's 6 something. But we're cracking into the orange Celsius. It's not really the one I wanted, but now I'll be back. It's 6:48 and I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. I might be pushing this off another night, unfortunately. I really think I am. I mean, it doesn't technically have to be done until like Monday, and my Spotify hours restart on Monday. That would be amazing. If I could listen to this on an audiobook, that would be amazing. I just used all my freaking audiobook hours. That's our new plan. Pick this back up on Monday. Because if I finish reading it right now, I'm just like tired and angry. It's seeping into the book. I'm like finding every reason possible to dislike the book, and I really don't want to dislike it. I'm trying to like it. It's just not happening tonight, and I don't know why. I think I'm just like in a crabby mood, and I'm just sleepy and tired and sleepy and want to go to bed. So we'll do this later. I got to chapter 14, page 108. So I read a little bit. I got to 29% through, but I'm not DNFing it. I'm not DNFing it. Don't worry. I'm still going to continue. I don't hate it enough yet to DNF it. So we're going to keep going, just not tonight. I somehow have stayed awake because I finished the entirety of Quicksilver and then was like, well, now I'm wide awake. So I'm just going to start reading this book again. I wasn't even planning on talking to y'all tonight, but I'm just like so annoyed by this chapter. It's giving her first romance novel ever. It's not. So Clara's like on a mission to help everyone she can in this fucking town, which the only descriptiveness that we have of this town, how much she loves it and how she doesn't know why anyone would ever leave it. That is about it. I couldn't even tell you a single thing about this town, honestly, because she doesn't describe any part of it. And if she did, it didn't stick with me at all. Like I literally have no idea what this town looks like. So she is on this nutcracker hunt to find this homemade nutcracker for one of the women that is in the town. It's supposedly a tradition to hide it in the woods from the teenagers. She decides to go basically in the middle of the night to go look for it. For what fucking reason? Like, I think it's like 10 p.m. or something when she goes to look for it. For literally what reason? So of course Jack, our main guy, is like, which he still supposedly like hates her. He's like, you can't go in the middle of the night, you're gonna break a bone and blah blah blah. So of course he takes her. I'm not kidding, they walk for like, it literally feels like they're walking for an hour to go look for this fucking nutcracker, which he knows where it is, supposedly, and it's so far into the woods. I'm like, literally, in what fucking world would they do this in the middle of the night? Are you kidding me? It's like it's so cliche. Like, every time she falls, he grabs her. His hands linger on her hips. There was a snap of a twig behind them, and she freaks out and grabs him. She grabbed his hand, and he was like making reassuring circles on her knuckles with his thumb. Even though 5 hours ago he hated her. Ugh. And then they found it, of course, and she jumped up and down and hugged him, like arms around his neck and everything. Please, please, like, I'm not enjoying this. It's actually like pissing me off how annoyed I am because I loved Icebreaker and Daydream of hers. I didn't love Wildfire, but like I still liked it better than this. Like, I'm so confused why she's writing the most cliche annoying ass shit ever. Right, Stinky? Right. I'm only 32% in, so I said I would get to 50 before I DNF'd. And like she at one point asked why anyone would leave because the town is just looks so great. You know, there's nothing to hate about it, even though I don't know anything about it. And he was saying like the backstory of why he like fucked up with the doll and like why it's his fault that they got screwed over by her company. And she got all serious and was like, you're gonna do great things, blah blah blah, like, you know, some dumb little pep talk like that. And then they just got back and she got out of the car and said, all serious, I meant what I said. You're going to do more amazing things. Don't let this one thing deter you from creating more. Jack smiles, my final win of the evening. Good night, Clara. Boring. Bye. Don't care. Oh my god. I don't know why nothing is working with me on this book. Like, absolutely nothing. And I can't figure out exactly why. I just hate it like so much. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not like super tired yet. It's 12:30. So I'm just gonna keep reading until I either fall asleep or hit 50% and decide if I want to DNF it or not. I'm just so incredibly disappointed. Ugh. I'll be back later, hopefully with a better attitude. I am on, okay, hold on. Since I got my Spotify hours back, I am on 292. I actually had decided last night, I was like, you know what, I'm DNFing it. I'm not reading any more of it. I can't do it anymore. And tried to find another like Christmassy book to read on my Kindle. And I read one chapter of holiday romance, like literally one chapter. And then this morning remembered I had my Spotify hours and I was like, just finish it. Just finish the book. It would take me significantly longer to completely start and finish another book. So let me just finish it. As much as I'm not liking it, let me just finish. So I'm on chapter 37, page 292 of 374. So I still have a little under 100 pages to go. It's just like dumb. It's just dumb. I don't know how else to say it. Like she comes and saves this town by doing like very mediocre social media. Like, oh, shocker, having a social media presence brings people to the town. That's like literally marketing 101. Just have a social media presence. So she's like this savior to them when all she's doing is like posting online. Like it's not that difficult. And then I still just like don't care about the people in the town. That was like her main problem, I think, for me, is she didn't make me care about the people in the town. So I don't care if they succeed or not. And then of course the classic, it's time for her to go back to her life. It's not like, y'all should know by now, I love a timeline romance where like she has to go back. She's only here for a little bit and has to go back. One, I don't like them anyway. So like the timeline isn't working for me right now. Two, her home life sucks. Her parents fucking suck. Her job sucks because they just use her. And it's like her family business. So like they just use the fuck out of her. So like she doesn't need to go back. Absolutely never in a million years does she need to go back. She has one friend that she cares about back there. And that's like it. If you're gonna fall in love, obviously, and you love this town for some reason, I still don't really know why she loves it so much. Obviously just stay here. So like I'm at the part in the book where she has to go back now and she's like, I don't wanna. And that's where we're at. So obviously she's either going to come back and then they're gonna cry about it and she's gonna come back and surprise him and be like, you know what, I'm staying, I love you, smoochy smoochy, and then they're gonna have sex. Or she's gonna cry about it, he's gonna make this big love declaration and she's gonna be like, you know what, you're right, fuck my family, fuck my father, I'm gonna come and help you here and stay here forever and we're gonna live happily ever after, and then they're gonna have sex. Mugs. You know what? I'm not even gonna yell at Mugs because she's using the litter box. That bitch hates the litter box, so I'm letting her do it. She could scratch all day if she wants in that litter box. I'll just wait. Okay, she's done. I think she got out. Yep, she got out of the litter box, decided she wasn't a fan, and is now peeing on the blanket. I can't change her. So as soon as I finish, I'm actually currently making brown sugar cinnamon apple syrup for my coffee. Everything's boiling downstairs right now. So as soon as that is done, I'm gonna keep listening to the book and then I will come up with a final update and a final rating for this shit ass book. I'm literally returning it. Here it is. I've already decided I'm returning it because I don't want it. It's a waste of my money and I don't want it. So we'll be back in a little bit.
She squeezes me tight and the keys drop to the floor. I love you too. Look after those keys, I say, reaching down to grab them. I think you finally might trust me. Of course I do, I say gently, knowing she's teasing. Since when has Tommy had a key to my place? She drags her fingers across her lips as if to zip them. Classified town secrets.
I'm done. It's a generous 2. A 2, like the highest I can give it is a 2. The end, just like, I feel like the part that I love of these just like cutie little holiday romances is when they inevitably leave or have like this problem at the end. And there's just like that yearning, like you can just feel the devastation when that person leaves. And they're like, I cannot live without them. I need them back right now. That wasn't in this. She ended up going back and she's talking to her friend and the friend like mentioned going back and she was like, well, that's not happening. And I'm like, oh, so she could live without him. Like she may be upset, but like she could live without him. And then on his side, he needed this intervention from everyone to be like, we miss her. And he's like, fine. So I'm like, oh, so you could also live without her. I know I've said in the past, like, obviously I don't love when an epilogue is like marriage, kids, happy ever after. Like, it's just like boring and cliche. But this one was just like, he bought a house and letting her have a key to get into it. I'm like, okay, so we're in like the beginning stages of dating. We're in like maybe month 2 of dating and that's a year later. Like we jumped. I'm like, why are we, I don't know, like move on, move forward, please. We're going back. The problem they had, like the 3rd act breakup shit, dumbest thing ever. Dumbest thing ever. Like it made me hate him. So no. It's a big fat no for me. This one, ow. That was stupid. This one's like, sure, if you read the first one, but it's not as good as the first one. And then this one is my yes of the video. This one I really, really loved. So if you're gonna read any of them, I would recommend this one. And honestly, even though it's the last one in this Dream Harbor series, the only one that like really matters is this one, because it's, which like ultimately it doesn't, and you could read this by yourself if you want, but it takes place at the wedding of the couple in this one. So it's really not that like imperative that you read the entire series. But I literally I can't believe I get to say I'm done with this video just because this one book took me so long to read. Holiday Ever After, absolutely not the read of the year, not the Christmas read of the year, not worth your time and not worth my time. But thanks for watching. I hope you got something from this video. I hope you enjoyed reading little Christmas books. I might do another one towards the end of the month, but we'll see. Happy day 3, and I will see you tomorrow.